Thank you for joining me. I am Helmut Licht, and I'm going to explain to you what I call the Vertical Zodiac. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I hope you will learn from it, and mostly I hope that you will apply what you're going to learn in your daily astrology. Before we get into the technical part of the Vertical Zodiac, let me bring up quickly 3 charts. Here is the birth chart of our former president, Barack Obama, and he was the most talked about, the most discussed, the most famous, and also the most powerful person in the world for about an 8-year period. And looking at his 10th house, which is fame, honor, reputation, there's nothing in there. Totally empty. It did not make any sense to me from the astrological point of view. There should be something in the 10th house. So let's bring in his vertical zodiac chart. Here it is. And now have a look at his 10th house. And this makes much more sense to me, astrologically speaking. And here we have President Bush's chart, who preceded President Obama, and once again there is nothing in the 10th house. However, here is his vertical zodiac chart, and we have Neptune in the 10th house. Here is the chart of Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor had 4 children, which would be the 5th house. There's nothing in there. She was married 8 times, and I'm sure there must have been a lot of romancing going on before the weddings. Romance, love affairs, that's the 5th house. Nothing in there. And she was in entertainment and show business pretty much all of her life. And also the 5th house. Nothing in there. Let's bring in her vertical zodiac chart, and we have Jupiter, the planet of abundance, in the 5th house. And now it's time to get into the vertical zodiac. I was looking at my keyboard the other day and I thought to myself, you know, the keyboard by itself, it's just a horizontal situation. It's pretty, but it's totally useless unless we also add to it a vertical function. By this I mean the keys have to be pushed down. Once the keys are pushed down and released, then you have a sound. And then the keyboard makes sense. It's total. So you have the horizontal situation where the fingers move back and forth. And then you have the up and down motion that actually produces the sound. This started me thinking about astrology. Most of our astrology over the past centuries has been two-dimensional, flat. The charts were drawn on a flat piece of paper, lately on a flat computer screen. Even when they are progressed, it still happens on a flat computer screen. But there is a third dimension to astrology called declinations, which has been the neglected child in the family. We have developed all these beautiful tools in the regular astrology, but we have not found a way to use those tools with respect to declinations. And I think that's one of the main reasons why declinations have been underdeveloped, for lack of a better word. After all, what do we have in declinations at the present time? We have northern declination, southern declination, we have the parallels, the contraparallels, and the anticha. And that's pretty much it. But I've found a way to show declinations in the regular zodiac chart. And I found a way to use all the tools that we have in the regular flat astrology that we've been practicing over the last centuries in declinations. All we have to do is add another ring to our birth chart, just as we add rings for transits and major progressions. And then put the vertical zodiac twins, I call them, into that ring. And I will now show you how this is done. I pointed out a few moments ago that most of astrology has been flat, but our world and our lives are not flat. We sit down, we stand up, we walk down the steps, and we walk back up. You drive down a hill and back up. We live in high rises, many stories high, where elevators take us up and down all day long. Every day more than 4 million people take off into the sky and then come back down again. As you can see, 95% of our daily lives is some form of up and down. 5%, if that much, is level. In astrology, things have been reversed. 95% has been flat, the flat zodiac. 5%, if that much, has been devoted to developing the third dimension of astrology, which is declinations, which is the up and down motion of the planets. Here you see our solar system, all the planets revolving around the sun in a flat way, sort of as if they were rolling on top of a table. However, the planets, as they revolve around the sun, also have a slight up and down motion, as you can see here. The next video clip will illustrate this concept of the planets moving around the sun, but also going up and down. Enjoy the ride.
Okay, let's go.
Well, the up and down motion of the planets is called declination. And since my vertical zodiac is based on the sun's declination, I must give you a quick lesson on solar declination. The equator divides our Earth into a northern half and a southern half. Let's take the globe now and rotate it to the left. So we end up with north being on the left and south being on the right. Now let's zoom in a little more, and since north is on the left and south on the right, we're actually looking along the equator toward east. And now let's find a place on the map which lies on the equator. And here's one right in the middle of Africa, in the Congo, a piece of desert. Okay, here is our piece of desert. Let's put in the equator. And remember, we are looking east, north on the left, south on the right. What happens every March 20th of every year? On March 20th of every year, the sun rises exactly over the equator, thereby marking the beginning of our zodiac at 0 Aries. From March 20th until June 22nd, the sun then rises every day a little bit more to the north, which means its northern declination is increasing as it moves through Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. From June 22nd until September 19th, the sun's northern declination then decreases as it moves through Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. From September 19th until December 22nd, the sun's southern declination then increases on a daily basis as it moves through Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. From December 22nd until March 20th, you guessed it, the Sun's southern declination then decreases on a daily basis as it moves through Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces to end up again at 0 Aries. Let's see how all this information relates to an actual chart. As I mentioned earlier, at 0 north declination, the Sun rises exactly over the equator and marks the beginning of our zodiac every year. The zodiac is a strictly Sun-Earth phenomenon. After that, as this northern declination increases, the Sun moves through Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Then, as this northern declination decreases, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Then, as the southern declination increases, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. And then, as the southern declination decreases, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. What I need for you to realize is that there is an absolute never-changing relationship between the Sun's longitude, in other words, where it is along the zodiac, and this declination. I will give you now 4 random examples. When the Sun is at 7 Aries 32, its declination is always 2 north 59 and increasing. When the Sun is at 15 Leo 12, its declination is always 16 north 16 and decreasing. When the Sun is at 21 Scorpio 23, its declination is always 18 south 06 and increasing. When the Sun is at 6 Pisces 57, its declination is always 8 south 58 and decreasing. This never changes. It's the same way every year, every decade, every century. This is also known as the solar longitude equivalent. With respect to the vertical zodiac, it is crucial that declinations are expressed as either increasing or decreasing. And here's why. If a planet has a declination of 8 north increasing, it is located at 20 Aries 31 in the vertical zodiac, not necessarily the regular zodiac. If it has a declination of 8 north decreasing, it is located at 9 Virgo 29 in the vertical zodiac, not necessarily the regular zodiac. I believe that some astrology programs offer solar longitude equivalents, but I do not think that they differentiate between declination increasing and decreasing, which to me is critical. Now, to make this point a little clearer, let me digress for a second, jump ahead, and show you an example how this works out from my chart. My natal Jupiter is at 2 Pisces 13, and its declination is 11 south 38 increasing. So I simply ask myself, where would the Sun be when it has a declination of 11 south 38 increasing? And the Sun is at 0 Scorpio 27. Therefore, the vertical zodiac twin of my Jupiter is located at 0 Scorpio 27 in the vertical zodiac. Now, let's start creating a vertical zodiac chart. Let's begin with one ring showing the Sun's declination cycle, north increasing, to north decreasing, to south increasing, to south decreasing. Next, we add 12 spaces for the zodiac signs. Next, we add the 3 signs corresponding to declination north increasing, which are Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Next, we add the 3 signs corresponding to declination north decreasing, which are Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Next, we add the 3 signs corresponding to declination south increasing, which are Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Next, we add the 3 signs corresponding to declination south decreasing, which are Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Let's add an inner ring for the planets. For the time being, let's add the declinations of the house cusps. Anything that has a zodiacal longitude also has a corresponding declination. Vice versa, anything that has a declination also has a corresponding zodiacal longitude. Now we can get rid of the declination cycle on the outside. Move the signs into the outer ring, and voila, we have a generic vertical zodiac. I say generic because it will end up having the same ascendant and house cusps as your natal chart. Looking at this chart, vertical zodiac chart, you may ask yourself, and rightly so, what's the difference between this chart and a regular chart? It has the zodiac, Aries to Pisces. It has houses. Good question. The big difference is this. To place a planet into the regular chart that we have done for centuries, we consider only its longitude. In other words, where along the zodiac are the planets. To place planets into the vertical zodiac chart, we only consider its declination. Notice, please, that the maximum declination in the vertical zodiac is 23 degrees, 26 minutes, and 22 seconds. Some of you seasoned astrologers may now say, oops, what happens to planets whose declination is larger than that? That is a very good question. Planets which have a declination larger than the sun's maximum declination of 23 degrees, 26 minutes, 22 seconds, are presently termed OOB, out of bound, and that's just somewhere out there. Initially, there was a problem. I did not know how to place those planets within my vertical zodiac. But then I found a beautiful solution, which is part of AstroApp, so you don't have to worry about it. And you might say to yourself, well, I'd like to try this system on my chart before I buy the program. With that in mind, let me take you through the steps of creating a vertical zodiac chart using my chart. You're welcome to use your chart too. All you would need now is the declinations of your natal planets. And you would also need to establish whether the declination was increasing or decreasing. And the way you do that, you look about 5 or 6 days ahead of your birth date, and then up to 5 days after your birth date. And then you look at the declinations for every day, and when you get to your birthday, you would see whether the declination is increasing or decreasing. All right, here goes. Here are the declinations of my planets. Here is June 21st. Here is my birthday, June 26th. And let's begin with Mercury. Mercury on June 25th was 24 north. Plus means north. 24 north 43. It then decreased to 24.41 on my birthday, and then kept on decreasing 24.36. So on my birthday, it is safe to say that Mercury's declination was 24 north, 41 decreasing. Venus, 20 north on the 25th, 19 north 41 on my birthday, 1922 the day after. So on my birthday, Venus was 19 41 north, decreasing. Mars, 2351, 2348, 2344. On my birthday, it was 23 north, 48, decreasing. Jupiter, 1137, 1138 on my birthday, and 1139 on the 28th. Therefore, it was also increasing. 11 south, excuse me. Minus means south. Jupiter on my birthday was 11 south, 38 increasing. See, all the way, increasing all the way. Saturn, on the 25th, it was 429, 26th, 430, 27th, 431. On my birthday, therefore, Saturn was 4 north, 30, increasing. Uranus, 1624, 25, 26. On my birthday, it was 16 north, 25, increasing. Neptune, 534, 33, 32, going down. So on my birthday, Neptune was 5 north, 33, decreasing. Pluto, 2320 on the 25th, 2320. Oh, everything was 2320. So let's look ahead. It started with 2322 and then kept decreasing to 2319. So on the 26th, Pluto was 23 north, 20, decreasing. Here are the moon's declination from June 21st until June 29th. Notice that the declination from June 21st to June 26th increased from north 6 to 10 to 14 to 17 to 20 to 21. However, on the 27th, it is going back down to 20, 18, 14. So somewhere on the 26th, the moon's declination changed from north increasing to north decreasing. Therefore, a daily ephemeris is not accurate enough. We have to now bring up an hourly ephemeris for the moon, which you'll see next. All right, here is my moon's ephemeris, declination ephemeris, from June 26th, 1 p.m. until June 26th, 9 p.m. I was born at 4:55, which is very close to 5 p.m. And notice that at 1 p.m. it was 20:57, 20:58, at 2 p.m. kept getting larger, 20:59, 20:59, 21. At 5 p.m. it was still increasing from 20:59 to 21. At 6 p.m. it was still increasing from 21:09 to 21:28. At 7 p.m. still increasing, and then from 7 to 8 it was stationary. It did not increase anymore. And then at 9 p.m. it started decreasing. But on my birth time, which is June 26th at 4:55 p.m., it is safe to say that the moon's declination was 21 north, 0, increasing. So here you see my planets, and then on the right-hand column it shows the declination, and it also shows whether the declination is increasing or decreasing, an I or a D after it. If you're doing your chart now, together with mine, you should have this list with your planets, the declinations, showing whether it's increasing or decreasing. Notice, please, that Mercury's and Mars's declination lie outside the Sun's maximum of 23:26. Mercury has 24:41 and Mars has 23:48. Once we have established the declinations of the planets, The rest is very, very simple. There's only 2 steps involved here. First, we have to convert the declinations into solar longitude. In other words, ask ourselves, where would the sun be if it had that declination? And then the next step is to place the planets into our zodiac ring, our vertical zodiac ring. So let's start by converting the declinations into solar longitude. Let's begin with Saturn. Notice the yellow area. Saturn's declination is 4 north 29, increasing. So now we have to find out how to convert this 4 north increasing into solar longitude. And for that, I have created a longitude conversion table, which is in my website called Astrology Frontiers. Follow me, please. All right, to get to my conversion table, simply type in astrologyfrontiers.com. It will take you to my home page, and you will see down here declination to solar longitude conversion table. Click on here. We are working with Saturn right now, whose declination is 4 north 30 increasing. So you're looking for north increasing. Click on that. It will bring up the table, and you go down to 4 north. 4 north increasing, and minutes were 4 north 30. 28. It lists 428 and 432. 30 is between that, halfway in between that. So Saturn's vertical zodiac twin would lie halfway between 11 Aries 19 and 11 Aries 29. 10 minutes difference. So we add 5 minutes. 11 Aries 24. Saturn's vertical zodiac twin is located at 11 Aries 24 in the vertical zodiac. I will take you through one more example using my Jupiter. You know how to get to my Astrology Frontier site. So my Jupiter's declination is 11 south, 38 increasing. So we go into here to get my table. We're looking for south increasing. Right here, south increasing. Click on that. And it was 11 south 38. So we go down to 11. Here it is. And it was 11 south 38. And right here it is. Here's 11 south 38. And it corresponds to a solar longitude of 00 Scorpio 28. In other words, if the sun had this declination, 11 south 38 increasing, it would be located at 0 Scorpio 28. Therefore, the vertical zodiac twin of my Jupiter is located at 0 Scorpio 28 in the vertical zodiac. If all this sounds too tedious or too complicated for you, I don't blame you. And I have good news for you, because Astro app has the vertical zodiac in it, and it takes less than a minute to get your own vertical zodiac chart once you have created your chart in Astro app. And I'll show you that very quickly. I'm already logged into Astro app. So I go up here to charts and to call my favorite charts. All my charts are in there. I pick Barack Obama's chart, say open, and redraw. And here is Barack Obama's natal chart. Now to get his vertical zodiac chart, simply go up here to traditions, modern, and go down to vertical zodiac right here. And here it is. Now if you would like to see his regular chart and the vertical zodiac chart together, no problem. You go up here to view, multi-wheels, and here's his natal chart, natal, and here's the vertical zodiac. So you highlight the natal chart and bring it down into this area, It's called the work area. And then you highlight the vertical zodiac chart and bring that down here also. Now they're both down here. And all you do is say OK. And here they are. His natal chart on the inside, the regular zodiac, and the vertical zodiac out here. Nothing to it. The unique thing about Astro app is that it does not reside in your computer or your laptop. It resides in the cloud, which means it can be accessed from anywhere, from any computer. You're at a friend's house and you're discussing something about astrology, but you don't have your computer with you or your laptop, no problem. Use your friend's computer and you're in Astro app. If you do not have Astro app, I would like to try it out. You hit the subscribe button, and once you're in there, you can use my special promo code and get a 10% discount on any of the professional versions. Thank you for your time. Be safe, and I will see you in my next video.